Hello, my name is Jackson Kajener with the Cold Lake Regional Chamber of Commerce, and welcome to our interviews with the candidates who are running for the municipal election. Many will remember the Chamber hosting all candidates' forums in person. However, this year we've taken a new format where interviews with each of the candidates willing to participate will be uploaded to the Chamber of Commerce YouTube channel. I am joined by Diane Jenkinson, who is running for Councilor in Ward 6 in the Municipal District of Bonnyville. For our viewers, I will briefly outline the format for these interviews. The candidate will be given 5 minutes to make introductory remarks. The candidate has been provided with 2 prepared questions which they will be given 2 minutes to respond to. There are 3 questions which have been submitted by our members for the candidate, and they will be given 2 minutes to respond to each question. The candidate will be given 2 minutes to make their closing remarks. For fairness to all candidates, we do have a timekeeper who will be ensuring that responses stay within the time allotments. We will start now with Diane giving her introductory remarks.
Hi, I'm running for the Municipal District of Bonnyville election to be a strong and effective voice for the residents of Ward 6. I grew up in the Cold Lake area, moved away for post-secondary education, and then moved back to raise a family. I have lived on an acreage in the Cherry Grove area with my partner Dwight for 34 years. My work experience as a journalist and as a community programmer with Bonnyville and Cold Lake FCSS, and as a communications and marketing professional with several municipalities, provides me with the background for the leadership role as a councillor at the MD table. I intend to represent all residents of Ward 6, acreage owners, people living in the subdivisions, businesses, and producers. I'm committed to maintaining a high service standard for the MD basic services, which are road maintenance and improvements, road brushing, and flood mitigation. These are services that all residents of the Ward 6 use, and I believe that we must carry out these services to a high standard. I am committed to carrying out several infrastructure projects. A high priority would be a fire hall in Cherry Grove to enable Cherry Grove residents to get the best bang for the dollar for insurance purposes. To facilitate this construction of a fire hall, I am collecting names of residents who are 18 to 65 because we need at least 30 people to be able to man a truck out of the proposed fire hall. Also a priority for myself is to get a playground constructed at Country Lane Estates and Countryside and Country Lane Estates. Other infrastructure needs are access to high-speed internet and also multi-use trails that can connect to the Iron Horse Trail. As an MD councillor, I will prioritize regional partnerships. One of my priorities is to see pools built in both our communities, in Cold Lake at the Energy Centre and in Bonnyville at the Centennial Centre. I believe that if we look at constructing these pools, either at the same time or one after the other, we can maximize our dollars. Building these pools at the 2 recreational facilities will make them destination places for all our residents in the MD and the 2 communities. Once the pools are constructed, we can look at doing sport tourism through these recreational facilities, and that can bring in, put heads in the beds of our hotels and bums in the seats of our restaurants. I am committed to protecting our regional lakes, working in conjunction with LICA, the Lakeland Industry and Community Association, and with LARA, the Lakeland Agricultural Research Association. Our lakes are very important for our tourism and to attract people to live and work in this area. And we must maintain the beauty and the pristine waters of our lakes. I am committed to maintaining the Bonnyville Regional Fire Authority and emergency services. There are some real concerns and multiple rumors regarding the BRFA, and we must protect this organization that has existed for 25 years in our region and has been copied across Western Canada. It has served our region well with top-notch services. I also support funding active community halls with annual funding and recreational program for families and seniors. And the MD needs to fund seniors programs through FCSS and age-friendly Cold Lake. The pandemic has shown that seniors need assistance to remain living comfortably in their homes. I believe in providing financial support to community organizations and their initiatives, especially those that boost the tourism of the region. I am strongly in favor of open, accessible, and accountable governance. We need to have minimal closed sessions of council meetings. There are problems if a council is conducting its business behind closed doors and not informing the public of what is going on. Debates on issues should be conducted in front of the ratepayers. To encourage more public dialogue, I would like to see a public question period before all council meetings. I would also return to conducting open houses at all active community halls.
Thank you for your introduction. We will now begin with the prepared questions. Each candidate has been sent the same 2 prepared questions. Question 1. Tourism has seen some growth in our area over the last few years. What are your thoughts on how this industry can continue to grow in order to attract more tourists to the Cold Lake MD of Bonnyville region?
The MD of Bonnyville has been committed to tourism growth for the past 14 years, and I would continue to fund tourism marketing initiatives in the budget. The MD has always marketed the Bonnyville Cold Lake region through its Summer Adventure Guide and Take It to the Lake marketing initiatives. Working with Travel Alberta and the Go East of Edmonton Regional Tourism Organization, these marketing initiatives have won national and provincial awards. I am proud to say that I was part of these winning regional teams. Working in regional teams maximizes the limited dollars that municipalities have budgeted for marketing. In northeastern Alberta, we don't have the $1 million budgets that the larger cities or mountain destinations have. The MD has built on its marketing initiatives through the years, and the results were evident during the past 2 pandemic summers, where some of our tourism businesses experienced increased bookings and even maximum bookings. We would want to maintain these tourism numbers. We do best when we market as a regional team, either through the Go East of Edmonton Regional Marketing Organization or the Northeastern Alberta Regional Initiatives. I would like to strengthen the Go East of Edmonton Regional Tourism Organization, as it has shown our tourism operators, it has shown it can deliver increased business and monetary gains to our tourism operators. As an MD Councilor, I would be in favor of continuing to enhance our campgrounds and continue with the expansion of Kinnessoo Ridge Resort to make it an all-season attraction. I would also support Cold Lake First Nations in its goal to create an Indigenous cultural centre. Indigenous tourism is a huge growth area. We already have the Alex Janvier Gallery hosting the incredible work of the world-renowned artist, and the gallery itself was designed by Douglas Cardinal, a renowned Indigenous architect. Combined with Meaty Crossing in Smoky Lake and the Museum of Aboriginal Peoples Art and Artifacts in Portage College in Aklibish, we could be attracting busloads of international tourists.
Question 2. The City of Cold Lake has been working for years to try and bring commercial air service to Cold Lake. What are your thoughts on this initiative, and do you support the efforts of Cold Lake? How do you see the MD of Bonnyville supporting this initiative with the City of Cold Lake?
I think bringing commercial air service to Cold Lake is a great initiative as long as the market can support it. I do not support using taxpayers' dollars to subsidize seats. As an MD Councilor, I would support writing letters of support for the initiative to access grant funding or to show the municipality's support for the initiative to the Department of National Defence. I had the opportunity to be a part of the initial charter flight for Peace Air in the second effort to bring air service to Cold Lake. We even received the white cowboy hat greeting from Calgary Tourism. Unfortunately, there was not a market for the service and it's closed down. I think between Bonnyville and Cold Lake, there have been at least 4 tries since. I think the cost of the flight is always a factor, and most people, when they crunch the numbers, don't want to pay the extra cost. My hope is that WestJet will return to Lloydminster when the economy returns to normal, and that makes an accessible service an hour and a half away.
We now move into the unprepared question segment. Question 1. If elected, what specific goal would you like to accomplish by the end of your term?
The specific goal I would like to accomplish is the construction of the fire hall in the Cherry Grove area, and also the playground at Country Lane and Countryside Estates, and to maintain the Bonnyville Regional Fire Authority services.
Question 2. What are your thoughts on the healthcare in the region, and what role do you believe the MD should play in improving the level of service the residents receive?
The role of healthcare is very important, and unfortunately the provincial government has downloaded some of those costs to municipalities. At this time, we do support healthcare in Bonnyville and in Cold Lake, and I would continue those initiatives for recruitment of doctors, and then also we do support the regional mental health initiative as well. And these are really important, and I believe that we will continue to do that.
Question 3. Strong working relationships between neighboring municipalities are important to the region. How would you continue to build these relationships for the betterment of the region's business community?
I think now with the settlement of the ID 349 formula and the settlement of the ICFs, the intermunicipal collaboration frameworks, I think we're well set with our collaborations with municipalities. So I would see those moving forward. As I said earlier, I do support the construction of the 2 pools, one in Cold Lake and one in Bonnyville, and I believe that the MD should be contributing to that. As we grow, I do believe that the ICFs, the monetary funding from the MD of Bonnyville would possibly grow as recreational facilities grow as well.
And to conclude today, I would invite Diane to give her closing remarks.
I encourage people to get out and vote on October 18th and vote for myself as a strong and effective voice for Ward 6 residents at the MD of Bonnyville Council table.
We would like to thank Diane for joining us today and taking the time to answer some of the questions that are important issues for the upcoming municipal election on October 18th.